This 26 Sports and CCTV high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
All righty. It is post-game show here tonight. Cadillac Vikings with a nice 17-point win. Struggled a little bit early on, Mike. Down 9 points at the end of the first quarter, had scored just 7, and then erupted for 61 points the final 3 quarters. For Bay City, coming into tonight's game, winless, in the ball game till halftime. Like Coach Keyser had mentioned, they've been in a lot of games at halftime. The second half's kind of really been their stumbling block, and it was again tonight as the Vikings took a 1-point lead at halftime and kind of dominated the second half. For the Bay City squad tonight, strong games from Nolan Zaluka and Kyle Keyser. Nolan finished with 19 points tonight, and Kyle finished with 15. Evan Schlatter, who had 3 at halftime, ended up with just 3. Parker Rivard ended up with 4 tonight. Jimmy Grigg with 3, and Aaron Norfleet with 1. Garrett Sheridan did not score, but he had a pretty solid first half. Really set a lot of nice screens, getting his teammates open for some good shots. For the Bay City squad, they have one final game of the regular season, a makeup game. They will be playing another Bay City squad. Bay City Western will travel and play Bay City Western this Thursday night. And then, as fate has it, is also their opening district opponent. So we wish them well in both those games, and if by chance they were to win Monday night into their tournament run. For Cadillac, lots of scoring.
Oh, and lots of scoring tonight, Dan. Like I mentioned, that slow start for the Vikings. They poured it on a little later on. Have some unofficial scores here. Keegan Brooks for 16. Aiden Raphael 14. Maddox Hoagland 13. Tip Baker 9. Cooper Benson with 6. Noah Bartlett 3. Vinny Genema 2. And Jake Kohani 1. Unofficial, because I think I missed a couple. As the Vikings started shooting the ball really well.
Oh, that started that second half.
68-51 final. They started slow, but it kind of has been, I hate to say it, customary for the Vikings, these slow starts, but they do find a way to get right back into things fast. I think coming in, playing a team that was winless may have gotten their head a little bit. That happens a lot. But looking forward to Thursday. You mentioned earlier senior night. That's a big night for these kids and their families. It's been a lot of time in the gym, a lot of time on the road. You've been there with your family.
It's a big family sacrifice.
It is. It's family time together, so much fun. And you see these families, they travel to home and away games. They're always out there. The nice fan support tonight. The fans were dressed up in their beach wear. But Thursday will be big as they host Mount Pleasant on senior night, and then prepare for district, like you said earlier, at Manistee versus Manistee. So the Vikings right now moved to 13-6 on the season. Once again, they were second place in the Big North at 7-3 this season. It's been a good run for them. You could go back over all those games, and I think a couple could have gone either way against Gaylord. They were both buzzer beaters. I mean, we could be 5-5 in the conference. Could be 8-2. Could be undefeated the way they played some of those games this year. So it's exciting.
It is.
Good, exciting Cadillac basketball, which has really become kind of the tradition here.
I tell you what, I would really like to be there the night that they start out strong.
Yeah.
And if they can
keep
get on a roll like that and start out strong and play a whole game the way they have, what we've seen, the second half of games or the final 3 quarters, they're going to be fearsome.
We really could be an 80-point team tonight.
Absolutely.
And in a 32-minute high school game, we scored 68 tonight, and it was 7 at the first quarter, 61 in 3 quarters, and then that's taking the foot off midway through the fourth quarter.
Right.
Right. And really not pressing the entire game. this team could be an 80-point game, 80-point team game. They're fun. They're fun to watch. They've always played bigger than they are. They rebound well. They play good team defense. So, hey, I'm sure Coach Benzenberg and his assistants, Eric Runstman, John Emmington, and Dan Alto. Then you even watch the JV guys there with Todd Baker and Jason Wild being involved. Dan Dalk with the freshman level. It's been a good season.
It's been a good season.
A lot to be proud of.
Yep. And certainly we want to thank, again, our fellows that came on the pregame show. 4 of the seniors of this particular Cadillac basketball team. Maddox Hoagland, Andrew Giddens, Noah Bartlett, and Tanner Cochran. Thanks you guys for giving us a few minutes of your time, and we appreciate that. We want to also mention our sponsors tonight. Our presenting sponsor, Cadillac Casting, Cadillac Tire, Napa with their locations, Cadillac Lake City of Baker Rapids, Assist to Sell, and Pizza Plus. And once again, our camera crew out there, Brandon Fry from Cadillac High School and Katie McClung from Marion High School, both seniors. Wyatt Van Dynen with the camera down on the floor. And then in the truck, Heather Stilson and Gabby Long, Cadillac Innovations High School. So we appreciate everything that they do to help us bring you this broadcast as a crew, and certainly our sponsors with their financial efforts. Well, Mike, wrapping up a great job. I appreciate you
Thanks,
coming
buddy.
on the show
A lot
with
of
us
fun.
a bunch. It's been a lot of fun. We do have one more broadcast here this week. Jay Simons will have that. So this will be it for Mike and I have surely enjoyed it working with you, Mike, and the 26 Sports and CCTV crew, and all of the basketball I've got to watch. It's just a pleasure for me. So we want to wish everybody a good night. Hope you've enjoyed our broadcast here on 26 Sports and CCTV. And if you get a chance, come on out Thursday night. Good night, everybody.